People have been showing up to anti-Trump rallies in inflatable costumes. It's no accident.
We've been calling for other people to use inflatables and trying to make it clear that this is an actual political strategy. This is not just a silly, funny meme.
Last weekend, the trend spread to No Kings rallies across the country, but it all started earlier this month in Portland when a man in a frog costume protested ICE. When he tried to help a fellow demonstrator, a federal agent actually sprayed a chemical inside the air tank in his inflatable costume. The image of militarized law enforcement taking on a guy in an inflatable suit struck Liebeck as absurd.
What if somebody bought a lot of them and distributed them at the facility?
That's exactly what Liebeck and a colleague did. They call it Operation Inflation. It was a way to counter the narrative that Trump had to send in the National Guard.
I believe that the Portland people are scared. You look at what's happened with Portland over the years. It's a burning hellhole.
We were mocking the lies about how Portland is a wasteland of burning nightmares and not a pretty bougie city, to be frank, filled with ice cream and high-end bookstores.
Brown said the inflatable costumes also lowered the temperature. He talked to one or two police officers about it.
He said that the thing he likes about it is he knows anyone in these costumes isn't going to be doing something that they've got to run from, which is fair because if you haven't been in one of these costumes, you cannot run in them.
Last weekend, people followed Portland's lead, including here in Washington.
I would have come as a frog, but I couldn't find a frog, so I have to be a unicorn. This brings joy and hope to people who are in a situation right now that is frightening. It is terribly frightening.
He worries that under President Trump, upcoming elections might not be fair. And he says one way to counter the president is with satire.
They can't handle people responding in a silly or frivolous or humorous fashion. They just don't know what to do about that.
President Trump dismissed the No Kings protests.
I think it's a joke. I looked at the people. They're not representative of this country. I'm not a king. I work my off to make our country great. That's all it is. I'm not a king at all.
And then he mocked the protesters by posting this AI-generated video. A federal appeals court recently sided with the president on sending the National Guard to Portland. But one judge wrote in dissent that, given all the inflatable animals, people could see the ruling as, quote, merely absurd.